Hello and welcome to ITIM number 14. I'm your host Tim Sarley, and today we're here at the Foyer in Shepparton with the manager Anita McCurdy. How are you, Anita?
Good, thanks Tim. How are you going?
Thanks for joining us.
No worries.
Now, I wanted to interview Anita because she's working at the Foyer, and the Foyer, there's a lot of people who aren't aware of what the Foyer is and the great work that they're doing. So I wanted to interview Anita and bring some awareness to what the great work that they're doing today. So, Anita, just over to you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what's the Foyer and what it's all about.
I've worked in Shepparton for over 20 years with young people in out-of-home care and through to refuge and beyond housing as well. And then when the program came, it was a way of actually tackling the issues we had around homelessness and also unemployment and low education rates. So yeah, it's been a great ride for the last 3 years, and we've basically had 40 rooms here, so 40 young people, all self-contained apartments where they can move in and transition, and they have 2 years here and then transition through to the community. So we've got a support team around to do that, and education first, meaning that they tick off that first and have to be motivated to actually finish their qualifications and go along the path of their career aspirations.
Okay, that's great. So you mentioned 2016 you started opened up, and so you've been here for 3 years, and there's 40 units there's room for 40 students here to live and study.
Units and
So what's the criteria of a student to be able to live here?
So a lot of our young people are no longer living with their family for whatever reason, being quite transient or have just don't have a stable, safe place to live and finish their education. So a lot of them are wanting and trying to finish their schooling, and with other issues that are happening, becomes a bit harder. So the criteria is they put in a readiness form, which is like a referral. So they have to choose to come and be part of the program. Usually they come and have a tour and have a look around first and get to know what they'd be committing to. And then basically we assess that readiness form with a couple of interviews as well.
Yes.
And we balance that between motivation and risk, really, about where, for them to come in, because we obviously want to make sure that they're ready, and we call it Foyer ready, to move in, to really commit and use the opportunities as much as they can.
And they must be studying, is that right?
Yeah, so they have to be studying, or we have had some that are on traineeships or apprenticeships, but they're usually already linked up with GoTape as well. And we also have a developing independent certificate that comes in, so if they aren't actually enrolled in anything at the moment, we start up with that and then work on their career aspirations to then see what they'd get enrolled in. So there is a possibility they're not actually at school yet, that if they're assessed as keen and motivated, then they can come through. But most people have been enrolled and just struggling to sort of have somewhere stable to live to finish it off, or
that's great.
Go forward.
What with you said, how many staff have you got here with that support team? So I mentioned your support team. How many have you got here supporting you?
So there's it's a partnership between Berry Street and Beyond Housing. So in terms of the support part, it's a 24/7 team, and so we have 8 key development workers, including some night shift. We have a transitions worker, Reuben, and we also have a team leader and a manager, so Matt and myself. And on top of that, we have Sin from Beyond Housing, who's obviously the other partnership, and she does the care of the building, the sign-ups for the kids and tenancies, and she also does the referees for them for when they transition out, along with us as well. So we have really good partnership there. And then we obviously have GoTape, so we have one teacher, Jez, that is employed by GoTape and comes over to do the developing the certificate of developing independence, and he also supports the guys using the resources over at GoTape as well. So they're not necessarily enrolled there for their main course, but they are through that certificate for the time that they're here.
Right, and you also have a lot of support people come in. We had the dog walking around before. He was
Yes, so that's our wellbeing coach.
Yes.
And Shireen, she has a therapy dog that comes in
around,
and he cruises around the place like he owns it. So, Jess. So the young people really enjoy that time as well, and that's about looking after their wellbeing as well while they're here.
That's great. And how long? What happens after the 2 years? You mentioned that the 2 years are here for. What happens after that 2 years?
So obviously we're planning all the time about their career aspirations and hopefully being able to finish off their course, get some part-time work, or do another course that might get into what career they're hoping for. But the main thing is trying to transition into private rental. So that 2 years of being here, they can really show their commitment to looking after their own space, and and they also purchase their own belongings along the way with the program, and really look into what they need to do to set up themselves in the community. We also do a lot of networking and try and do some social capital with them, build up their social capital and their networks out in the community as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's great. You have and this is probably where I got introduced to the Foyer, a mentoring program.
Yes. Yep.
Tell us about that.
So the mentoring is part of that social capital, and we have various people come in and offer support, but also do some mentoring. So it could be a personal mentoring where a young person may have the same likes or interests as someone who's offered some support, and they will spend some time together just doing that activity or just getting to know each other as well. Yep. So we have a few mentors that do that. The business and the industry side of things is that there might be a key person that links to that young person about their own career aspirations, or even just chatting about what their interests might be.
Yep.
So we like to link them up with that, and that's what's happened with yourself, with young Nathan, who's interested in doing some entrepreneurial stuff, and it's led to some video editing, and so from there we've that's what we do. We tend to link them up that way rather than doing a big training session. You can do it all different ways, but we're obviously wanting to get more into that area because it has been working so well. Yeah,
and that was funny that Deanne from Committee of Greater Shepparton rang me and said, "Tim, do you have any work experience?" And I said, "Deanne, I don't have any work for myself, let alone anybody else yet." So, but I said, what I can offer is a bit of my time and a bit of mentoring to some of the young kids, and that's where that started.
It's been great.
Yeah, and as I've been lucky enough to pick up a bit of work, then that's when we've been able to offer Nate some work experience, helping with some of the video editing stuff that we're doing, and so that's worked out really well.
Yeah, and Deanne's offered some support to a young person who's been here as well, who's been going to meetings with her and learning how to organise some events and talk on the radio and developing those skills. So it's something she's become very passionate about, our students. So just those mentors being able to help us, the aspirational part of the program is perfect, really.
Fits in
great.
Yeah, it works well.
Yeah.
Now, something that I did notice throughout the Foyer is you have the students, I call them kids, but
it's all good.
The students have a vision board. Now, I'm big on goals and visions and vision boards and things like that, and that was one thing that caught my eye, that every student has their own vision board.
Yes. So we have, it's pretty primitive at the moment with a whiteboard out the back, but pretty much have the student where they're actually studying and their aspirations and likes and what they want to be, and what their actual part-time job is at the moment. So sometimes it's a surviving job, but then when you look at their interests and aspirations, it's good to see that, we might be able to link them up to a mentor, and that could develop in a work experience and paid work into the field they actually like. So it just gives a really good snapshot for staff to always think, and the team to think about, what opportunities we have. We go out and we can look at the board that has the 40 young people up there, being able to say, this young person's interested in this, this and this, and then we pull that together, message them for a group to go out into the community, and have someone come in and just target those young people to make sure that we're giving them every opportunity and experience.
Yeah, that's, I guess, one thing that I love about it is that you're helping young people follow their dreams and get into a job that they're passionate about, rather than doing a job that
You're just getting through.
Pays the bills and
survive a job.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden 20 years goes by and they've been stuck in a job that they've had or haven't liked, haven't been really passionate about for the last 20 years, or stuck in an industry that they don't like. So that's what I really love that that's part of that you do it. Just on that, you have industry nights where people can come along. So, for example, an electrician can come along and talk to the kids or the students about becoming an electrician, and anybody who's got passion, any of the students with passion in that area can then maybe do some work experience with them, or just have a chat to them about, or become a mentor and try and see, is this what I really want to do? You mentioned one of the girls just wants to wear a yellow. Yeah,
she said to me the other day just that school's very tricky for some people, and it's like, I actually just want to because traditionally girls have been front of house and doing doing the smiles at the front, receptions, admin, and we've really seen a change in that. For some girls, it's really about just not having to get done up, just wearing a fluoro and some boots is what she wants to do. So, so we're already talking to Zane actually from Foot Waste, and that type of seeing how they've taken on some girls,
just
and
just
work
that relax, see if it's what she really wants to do.
So it's changing in that way. But she, that's the thing. It doesn't need to be a big high flash job. It's all about those jobs that can actually attract other people just for what they want to do, that they're comfortable and what they'd enjoy being outside and outdoors. So
if you are a business out there, or a business owner, or just a manager of a business that you think that you'd like to come and talk to some of the students, one of the industry nights that you have,
absolutely.
Please like and comment down below and let us know, and we'll reach out to you to see if we can become a partner or do some mentoring or whatever it may be. Offer some work experience. That would be really good.
It'd be awesome, it'd be great. And just let us know and contact the Foyer as well if you want to come and have a look and just tour around and get to know more intimately about what happens here. The young people love showing it off, and we do too. So always interested in any community activities or groups that you might want to run from here as well. So we're just trying to get it out there that so that people do learn a bit more about us.
Just mindful of time, we can sit here all day and chat, but if like I just said, if you are a business, yell out. But have you got any questions that you want to ask?
I suppose if there is some people that are wanting to increase their youth in their employment and wanting to talk about that, and bridge some of those gaps as well, because you'll often hear that that things get tough between business and young people and getting their interests and aspirations. We're really keen to chat more about that, and we probably will be out and about with Committee 4 as well, with Deanne and different agencies that really want to get on board. Also just the mentoring again, the Bridge Youth Services and ourselves are working on that, so the more formal stuff to work with young people, so learn a bit more about that, or the really relaxed come in, do industry night, and you might connect with someone from there. So it's really about what you're able to do and what you're capable of doing and what your business is able to provide as well. So.
And I'd like to know probably, have you heard of the Foyer before? And is there any ideas on what the Foyer can do to help try and promote themselves a little bit, to get awareness to the businesses, other businesses out there, to try and build their format and relationships. So thank you for your time.
No worries, Tim.
It's been
Thanks
great.
for having me.
Thanks for showing us around. Thank you everybody for watching. Stick around, please like and comment and share, and we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.